Hey guys, it's Wade here from the NBA TopShot mod team, um, bringing you what hopefully one day will be called a podcast or a YouTube channel. Until then, this is as rough, rugged as it gets. So as we watch the Crypto Slam live feed for the NBA TopShot sales listings and so forth, um, just wanted to give you a brief rundown what I intend to do as part of just a global domination, as part of the uh, just a little bit of marketing, I suppose, for lack of a better term, for myself, and hopefully a little bit of storytelling as I take you back through what was known as the alpha of NBA Top Shot, which started roughly about early June 2019, 20. Apologies, I forget which year it is. It's pretty easy to do these days. Um, so we'll look at some of those shenanigans we used to get up to. There's actually a channel on Discord that's um, called the Fan Panel from memory, which we've stopped sort of posting in there, but it's the members that you see regularly in yellow colour. So they were the members, or part of them were part of the alpha team, which was an invite only um, membership, I suppose, or club, whatever you want to call it. Which then eventually turned into closed beta, which was then eventually turned into open beta, which eventually became what you guys see today, which is roughly about 7,000 Discord members, and we're having a hell of a time collecting, getting to know each other, making some money along the way. Never hurts. So I want to take you back through that timeline just to sort of cover things from my end, document a couple of things, some of the characters we've got in the group. So we'll do a little bit of that. Then we're going to do a couple of interviews. We've got one planned for, well, before we do that, I'll introduce to you guys the legend of Cody Zeller and how all that became, and the legend that's making him immortal. I hope I'm pronouncing his name, Sonic, correctly. So that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun, I think, as we make our way to the 1,000 mark. By the time I finish all this, we might even hit that 1,000 mark, or he might. So I think as a group we can help him a little bit because he's put a lot of money behind that, and hopefully Cody notices one day. Then we've got, I've got a couple of little things there planned as well. So one of my close friends on Discord, an NBA TopShot fellow mod, Kai, he'll be coming on as well. We'll chop it up a little bit, talk about some of the experiences we've had together. We've done quite a few things together and talked many hours together about various things about Top Shot. And he's unlike me, he's at the other end of the spectrum in terms of the investment he's put in. My initial investment in this was very limited by choice. It was $2,500 US. If you can't tell, I'm in Australia, so that was my, that's my limit for all the NFT projects. That's what I did for Gods and Chain. That's what I did for NBA Top Shot. Would I, have put in more, knowing what I know now? Yeah, definitely. That's a stupid question. So, we'll talk to him a little bit about how he's approached things and why he's put so much money behind this. Not early in the game either, so nothing's ever assured, but, he came in, I'm going to guess, maybe August, put in quite a bit of money, as did some other members, so I'm keen to talk to them just to get their perspective and, talk about their collections, what they look for when they see the market develop in front of their eyes, and just to give you guys, some of the new guys as well, different perspectives on this, lack of a better term, game, a collectible called Top Shot. And look, we'll probably round it out with just, aside to that, I'm also going to start a little bit mini series tracking one of my alt accounts where I start that with $2,500 American US, which is depreciating by the second. So it's actually in DAPA credits, so it's not too bad. The reason I chose to do that was just to replicate what I started off initially, and what I think roughly you need to make some inroads in this collectible game, by way of an investment, and also a collection. Most of you guys collect, basketball cards, or you collect something, and you know where I'm coming from. You can't really do too much damage in terms of upside if you start off with a couple $100. You can here, believe me, you can. You just have to get lucky, and that's what's happened to me. So part of that going back in time is explaining what I did and what I did wrong as well. It's hard to F it up in this game because it's just gone ballistic, and if you go back through some of the Discord chat, the bits that you guys can access, it'll show that I've been high in this project from the beginning. I've been high on the base cards from the beginning, and I'll explain some of the reasons why in subsequent episodes, or whatever you want to call them. So I'm keen to sort of tackle that mini series with the $2,500. So I do have about half of that funded right now, which is going to be available for the drop that we've got coming tomorrow. So that's coming roughly in about 6 hours. So it's 4 a.m. I think my time. I haven't checked in. I've had a couple of members tell me from Australia it's 4 a.m. Yeah, so it's been one of those 6-month blocks where it's just been constant, waking up at weird times, not going to sleep at all. I've been fortunate enough that my job has been working from home, so it's allowed me to do some of those things, and I've got a fairly strong battery, so I can power through long days and nights. So I'm keen to see how that develops, because that'll be live essentially, so I won't be able to bullshit anyone about some of the calls I make, and believe me, they're going to be wrong, completely wrong. But part of that is a learning process for all of us, and bringing on other people to talk about what maybe I could do differently, or what to look for, and those sort of things as well. So I'm keen to get that going, and then just fill out whatever else we need to fill out. I see some stuff on Discord, and the reason I've been on the fence probably for about 4 months doing this podcast, YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it, crap content most likely, for about 4 months. So the reason I've come off that fence and jumped to do it is because I've seen a lot of members now in Discord asking some very basic questions, and a couple of bits of content out there have been wrong in some aspects of it. So I do want to correct that, because it's factually wrong. It's not, it's not trying to talk down to anyone or anything. It's been factually wrong, because we're in this space day in and day out being moderators, so we answer the same question 50 million times. So some of those things I want to set correctly first and foremost, and just explain little minor differences, which are major differences between limited edition, and CCs, and little entry type of points where most of you guys that have been with us for 4 or 5 months won't care about, but guys coming in fresh, I can point them to just a recording or two here, and they'll be brought up to speed. So, and that will be factual, so I'll make sure some of those bits of content are checked with the other mods before we release them. So when I say before I don't speak on behalf of Dapper Labs. This is not their content, this is my content. I just see us as a big community. That's why I use the word we. But yeah, this is not, I don't represent them. Everything I say, you can't hold them to any liability or anything like that. I just want to make sure that's you guys are very aware of that. It's got nothing to do with them. So I'm just sort of lending my time and my hand in my Aussie accent to try and help you guys out, some of the new guys anyway. Some of the older ones, I've probably made some enemies along the way too. They'll probably just delete, which is good because I don't want you around anyway. But yeah, look, other than that, have a heck of a lot of fun. My enjoyment mostly out of this has been meeting some of the people around the world. I'm great friends with Kai. Usman has been a massive support for me personally and within the game and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of other people have too. So, I do it for them and for the community. So, you take sort of what you want out of that, and my intent to do this would be a lot more clear as we power through some of the episodes. So I'll be recording, hopefully, if I wake up on time. I haven't missed a drop. I'll be recording probably the 5 packs I'll buy for the alt account as part of the, how much damage can we do with $2,500 starting in January 2021 and not starting in June 2020. When you got the benefit of being early and buying whatever the hell you bought that's gone out 20-30x. So that will be interesting because that's a bit scary, because that puts me on the hot seat because I can't bullshit you guys around that. So anyway, until next time, thanks for tuning in, all 8 of you. Look forward to getting some feedback. That's what I really would prefer. I've never done this sort of thing before, so I really want some of that negative feedback, constructive, but I'm more interested in the negative side, what I can improve on from the limited stuff you guys have seen. One screen, I'll show you a second one, the marketplace. So yeah, keep it coming. We'll hopefully release another little update in a day or two time, just to see, to talk about how we've gone in that drop, if we have gone in the drop. The chance of me sleeping in is about 90%, just because I've got a full-time job, kids, family, wife, everything else that comes about, and then the Discord as well. So there's a good chance I'm going to miss it anyway. But if I was a new member starting today with $2,500, I would be deploying. Personally, I would be deploying most of that, if not all of it, in this current drop. It's a bit late for me to explain why now. Just very, very quickly, the reason I would do it is because it's littered with superstars, which obviously in this game are treated very well in terms of price, market price, and price appreciation over time. LeBron, Tatum, Zion, Luka. If you hit any of those, you've done very well, and the chance of hitting those, it's significant. I haven't done the numbers, I haven't really looked at it, but it's 7 in whatever it is, 10. So that's one reason. The other one is, I've talked about in Discord a little bit, is the value driver between some of these moments in the game itself is also the challenges, and in this case the reward is going to be Steph Curry. So probably one of the hottest players ever, especially when it comes to the cardboard and definitely TopShot. So that's going to drive an insane amount of value early on, pre-challenge finish. So even the guys that aren't as valuable, like Dragic or my Heat guys, I don't know why you guys are doing this to me, but it's about to cry. Anyway, Duncan Robinson, they're some of the lower value guys, but they will be pumping as well because of the challenge. People need those moments. People need to complete that to get that, ultra expensive, ultra, rare Steph Curry. So look, that's the end of that. I think I've tried to finish it about 3 times. So this will be the finish line. Thanks for tuning in for the whatever minutes we've gone. Probably 20 minutes too long. But looking forward to it, and catch you guys around Discord. Thanks for being an awesome member of the community, making our job pretty freaking easy. We do keep a tight leash, as you guys have seen, for reasons. And yeah, thank you for helping out. I've seen a lot of you guys just chipping in, answering questions. We can't thank you enough because you make our job so much more easier. Until next time, Wade's out, and good luck tomorrow in the drop.